Hello and welcome to another edition of Ben Wokoff Debriefs the Transition. Today I get to reflect upon another experience with a school leader. I am learning so much from this process of going around to the schools with Steve Clagg and talking with school leaders about their math implementation. But we were over at Marachek talking with Michelle this afternoon, and she did something that I find incredible. And she was asking her teachers whether or not their devices, their laptops, were the right tools for the job. Much like I have asked you about the tools that you need to do your job. And she was asking, and she was providing choice in that. She was the one that was advocating for Mac laptops being added to the pick list. And it was an amazing display of sort of modeling from a leader the value of choice and the value of asking rather than telling. And so it really made me think about this question of how is it that we can model choice? Not infinite choice, but choice. And it's not just the choice between Mac and PC. It is actually the choice between serving a need and not serving a need. And thinking about how is it that we can leave that choice to others by just asking what their preference is. She modeled it again when we said, do you want to use the touch-based Chromebooks or are you looking at iPads? And she said, well, I think I really should just ask the teachers. I'm going to go talk to the 4 implementing teachers and ask them what their preference is. And she was like, well, we're not just going to let each of the teachers decide for themselves. We are going to come up with a collective solution. We are going to decide one device type for all 4 teachers, and we're going to say for this year, that's what it's going to be. But we are still going to ask. We are still going to allow for choice to be a huge part of the conversation. And for me, that was really valuable to see in a leader where they were asking rather than telling, and where they were making choice the priority and modeling that. So how is it that I can better model the choices that are on the table and ask about the choice? It is something that we don't always do, and I've been struck a couple of times in this transition, specifically where people who are making the choice for someone else before they have asked them. And I'm kind of struggling with that idea. The choice that we would all do touch-based Chromebook was made in a meeting between some folks from IT, some folks from Pearson, some folks from Equity and Learning, and that was made without any of the teachers or leaders who would actually be implementing. And so it was a very intriguing moment where the principals are saying, no, we actually need to talk to those teachers. We need to talk to the people that are implementing. And the principals are also very interested in showing the value of input, showing the value of choice. And how is it that we can do that even more? How is it that we can do a better job of, when we are in a room together, myself and the team or the extended team, that we can decide things that are a set of options and that they are true choice and that we are getting input from others for that choice, and that it is not a false choice, right and wrong, but the idea that it is a choice between supported and unsupported, or there are trade-offs between these choices, and you get to make them, but we're going to ask. And so I guess I would leave that to you. How do we embrace and model choice between real options, and how do we ask rather than tell? something I'm thinking about on this Friday afternoon. You're probably watching this on Monday, and I hope that you have a great day of learning, creating, and teaching. Talk to you soon.